Yep.
Okay. Let's get her going.
Yep. Cass Lake Road, that's better than Commerce. Too much traffic on Commerce.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Let's go Cass Lake Road because traffic's gonna be bad on Commerce.
Think so?
I could be right.
I think you could be.
Yeah, and that would probably get us home sooner.
Yeah.
But it's not snowing, so we're good.
Yep. So good. Right?
Doodah.
Doodah. Doodah.
Duh. Oh, stuff to do tomorrow.
Yep. Gotta map out all the cables, and we gotta do another computer. Something else.
Something else. Can't remember. It's moved to Thursday.
Yep. Thursday's better.
Yeah. So we're probably not going to run out of yogurt, probably not till Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going.
Go. Friggin' morons.
Yeah.
They're just morons.
I think so.
Himself some money last.
You know, we all looking sexy out here, man.
248-539-9797. We roll on to hour 4 of National Championship Tuesday. David at the National Title Update Desk in a margarine-colored sweatshirt. David, let me ask you a question. As a man with a national title, would you accept a more fashion-forward piece of Michigan gear from Spartan Swine like myself? If we make the guarantee, I never have to look at that particular piece of Michigan gear again. The yellow is egregious.
I don't know, man.
Can I buy you something navy blue?
What if I get you the blue hoodie with the Wolverine with the navy hat, the little hat on? I like that logo. Yeah, you know what? Then I will never wear this here. Yeah, I'll accept that.
All right, cue it up. We'll make it happen. I just don't want to look at that anymore. Kenny, what is it you want people to go and check out?
See that black?
Okay, then. 248-539-9797. More of your calls coming up next. Number one.
97.1 The Ticket. Traffic.
We're keeping a close eye out on the serious accident northbound I-75 and I-375, blocking out all of the lanes. I've been watching it much of the afternoon. You're being forced off at Gratiot. There's a crash along northbound M39 after I-96, blocking out 2 lanes there. Slow down traffic from about Warren Avenue. We tapping the brakes because of the crash. Westbound I-696 after Gratiot. Left shoulder is blocked. Traffic signals are not working well along 22 Mile Road at Shaner and Shelby Township, causing a huge slowdown there. I'm Val Berry with traffic.
What's up?
How you doing?
Hi,
Good.
I'm Rachel, and I have a serious heart condition called hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, or HCM. Some symptoms include being short of breath, feeling tired, or having dizziness or chest pain. I still had symptoms on my beta blocker, so I asked my cardiologist about any treatment
Turns later on
advances.
with your rate.
It was a breakthrough for me. That's why I'm working
So
with
we
Bristol
probably
Myers
will go
Squibb to
straight
raise awareness
tomorrow.
about HCM and to help others like me. Talk to your cardiologist today
A road
and visit
trip,
hcmrealtalk.com for more information.
Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb.
The Michigan Wolverines have capped a historic 15-0 undefeated season and are the national champions of college football. TimeBats.com has released the officially licensed Michigan National Champions Collection, featuring a beautiful art football that is limited to 2,023 numbered footballs and sells for $99.95, and a laser-engraved high-gloss Extremum football that's limited to 1,000 numbered footballs. Also available is a very limited blue chrome football that is limited to 100 footballs. Go to BigTimeBats.com and see these officially licensed footballs and football sets and Michigan football cases now. Visit BigTimeBats.com. Don't wait. Go to BigTimeBats.com. That's BigTimeBats.com. For years, Big Time Bats has been your go-to source for high-end sports memorabilia, and now they're announcing their other division, Big Time Footballs. Also, check out their NFL Players Footballs. Visit BigTimeBats.com. That's BigTimeBats.com.
At Corewell Health, every leap forward starts with the same question. Can we? Can we use genetics to fight cancers? As in plural? As in all of them? Can we save a person's heart from 500 miles away using robots? Can we combine psychology, biology, and all the ologies to heal the whole person? We can. Corewell Health. Visit CorewellHealth.org and discover what we can do together.
Join us at Odyssey as we all do our one thing. Together millions of things for our planet. This year, resolve to use less gas. You can carpool to work a few days a week and walk any distance under a mile. One thing is brought to you by GFL Environmental.
3 days a
Green
week.
for life.
This hour of instant feedback brought to you by Mike Capura of National Benefit Plans. For affordable life insurance, log on to NBTHealth.com.
to 96.
The latest on the NBA, the NHL, the NFL, and the MLB on the Boston Balls Podcast with Pat Caputo. Get it on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
On the other side of Redford.
WXYT FM and WXYT HD1 Detroit. Always live on the free Odyssey app. Sports headlines from the Planet Fitness Studio. This is 97.1 The Ticket.
And turn blinker on with
Brought to
your
you by
ring.
National Benefit Plans. The Pistons look to snap a 4-game losing streak against the Kings at LCA tonight. They will have to do it, though, without Cade Cunningham. He's out the next 7 to 10 days with a knee strain. Head coach Monty Williams, he says that replacing Cade's production, it's really going to take everybody. Pistons, though, they do have a chance to turn things around with the comfort of home. 8 of their next 10 games are at LCA. Tip off at 7 o'clock right here on 97.1. It's been declared Wolverine Day across the state as Michigan celebrates a perfect 15-0 season and also their first natty since 1997. The Wolverines, though, they're not the favorite to do it again next season. FanDuel's got Georgia, Alabama, and Ohio State as the top 3 favorites for next season. Michigan comes in at number 5. And there are now 6 head coaching vacancies in the NFL after the Titans fired Mike Vrabel this morning. Those other openings, the Chargers, Raiders, Falcons, Panthers, and Commanders. At the Corewell Health Sports Desk, I'm Luke Sloan. For more, go to 97.1 The Ticket or Odyssey.com.
All right, 5 o'clock. If you missed anything, Odyssey.com rewind. It has been a rightfully so Wolverine Day. And there's only been one rule. And I'd say 99% of callers have stuck to it. We've had a couple of goofballs. But the bottom line is, the only rule, do whatever you like. Just don't do what your coach did on that podium. Do not come up in here trying to look for absolution. Don't come up here saying you didn't cheat. You could say you cheated and you don't care. Respect. Buy a drink. You could say it feels great to be a national champion. Also, that works. Just don't be a cultist and play pretend. That's just not what we're going to do here. Now, we've talked several things, including Rico, if you want to reestablish, I think the backbone of it is, you were probably good enough to not have to do this. Yep, but you did. Yeah. And also the Harbaugh thing was last night, Harbaugh's last game. And how you feel about that is up to you. Whether you want it to be so or not, that's really secondary to, is it? He hired Don Yee, Brady's agent. He said something last night about moving spring ball. Does that lead you that maybe he wants to come back? But remember something. He comes back, I think the NCAA is going to be worse on him. If he leaves, much of what they were after might leave with it. Again, not about what's right or wrong, about what we perceive to be real. But Rico, lay the groundwork.
No, what you saw last night was a team that basically
didn't need to do all the extracurricular activities they did because they went out there and they handled the best quarterback in college football. The week before that, they went out and beat the gold standard of college football. And before that, they ran through the Big Ten. They didn't lose a game. They were the best team on the field. They dominated Washington. You didn't need the extracurricular activity because it took away from
suck at cornhole,
what
Bo.
you should be feeling right now. It shouldn't be, we won, but it should just be, we're the best team. We're dominating. We should be talking about, is Michigan, could they compare with this championship team and this championship team? Instead, this hasn't gone away, and it won't go away. And then on a side note, Mike, you know what? Maybe you were ahead of your time. I like to say I'm always ahead of my time. Let's bring the Booty Lounge to Michigan State.
Oh, just cheat your ass off?
Yep.
I mean, it feels that way.
Because it'll just get called distractions.
Well, now, hold on. Now, in fairness, I will give the broadcast credit. Hell, Fowler, in one of these penultimate moments, is like, a lot of people are going to consider it tainted, but Michigan's the national champion. I'm like, whoa, Chris Fowler. He ain't getting Christmas cards from the Colt.
No, that was right up there with the end of the Kansas City game.
Had it taken away for a while.
When he called it.
Yeah, but I mean, I didn't like that one. Don't give me an asterisk because Kelsey's hurt. How about an asterisk from a 3-year scandal? The bottom line is it doesn't matter what happens from here on out because if you watch the game with your friends, you have those memories. If you were there, I had a buddy who went last night. That's all sports is. Largely, sports is nonsense. But if David has always had the right perspective. I've told you since October, here's how we'll play it, guys. You're not going to like what happens afterwards, but you may as well go win the damn thing now. Because, look, it was never about what was right. What was right is you never should have been allowed to play. But I told you that was never going to happen.
That.
So,
with
that established,
Yep.
as Tom Berenger said in Major League, win the whole effing thing.
They got that sign back.
He did it.
Yeah.
And you did it convincingly because Rico's team is fraudulent and Michael Penix. Stop. Well, why the hell did they have Ray Charles out there last night?
He had a bad game.
Just leave it in. Okay. I know you're sensitive. I'll leave it in.
Yes.
But
what?
I wanted to just get the only national champion in the room, Mr. David Hatchetman Hall, in his Kerrygold butter sweatshirt. David, if you would, was last night Harbaugh's last game, and just take us to that moment. You realize you were going to see a national championship in your lifetime. Take us.
Yeah, that was an amazing moment. The Sanders still
it's still wet.
Is that when you knew that it was going to happen? That's when I could believe. Yeah, the interception. That's when I truly believed that it was over. The championship was happening. That's when I was on Amazon buying a new remote.
Rico was busy lighting his own home on fire.
But I sat back and just was, wow, I was like, it happened. I didn't think it would. I have a big one. For years, it took Harbaugh so many years to even, win the Big Ten, to even get a chance to go to the college football playoff. I wanted him gone after he took a pay cut, whatever. I said he's here. And he finally did it. We're not going to discuss why and how he got there, but he got there. And I do believe that was it for him last night. It is over. I think he's going to the NFL. I think it's something in his heart that he wants. I think he wants to even up his brother and win the Super Bowl just like him. I think that's what he wants. I think he's gone. That's it.
Hatchetman Hall has spoken.
Thank you for everything you've done for us.
After you slandered him for 8 years.
I mean, but here's the thing, though. No, but if he leaves now, you're not really going to care what punishment's going to happen. Oh, no. Now, if he stays, it's just going to tick you off because now it carries over. But he's in the honeymoon period.
Rico, I think if he leaves, a lot of what the NCAA wanted, this isn't about what's right. This is just about what's real. If he's gone, I think that you will avoid most of the sanctions.
I agree.
And you also, look, no disrespect to anybody, but Sharon Moore is not interested in being the right-hand man for much longer. Sharon Moore is going to get a Power 5 job.
Yeah, I think
so. Why not make him the coach of Michigan?
I think he stuck around this year because of the uncertainty. But you get one more year. Kind of like Ben Johnson with the Lions. You get one more year with him. Make it count.
All right, let's get to the people. Chad, 97.1. What's up, Chad?
Hey, Mikey, thanks for talking college football with my college football guy. When I called, Kenny illuminated me. I asked Kenny, and he told me, I'll tell you what they're going to say. And he's right, you're right. And I said, what I don't understand is, why is it okay for Auburn to buy a natty? Why is it okay for the SEC to get Bernie Lomax eligible? We all know Urban Meyer wasn't clean at Florida. We all know the SEC dominated the landscape because they cheated. And finally, Jim said, you know what? We're going to roll around in the mud, too. The only way to beat them is to join them. And to the old lady that called and said she wants her integrity back, bless your heart. Honey, it's not 1960. It's not a 10-game regular season. Okay? It's not Woody and Bo anymore. You got to navigate a 12-game regular season. You got to go through a conference title game, a semi, a final. You got to win 15 to win that thing. Integrity gets you 8-5 in a beat-down loss.
Got some overtime today.
I had enough of that. Let's stop with the integrity. We play like the SEC does now, and that's why we can beat the SEC. You want integrity, you go to that game and get pounded by Georgia, okay? We should apologize for nothing. We will apologize when Cam Newton gets his title back. That's how I feel about it.
And, Chad, that's the deal.
Yeah.
You don't pretend that,
Chad,
You get the slow clap.
You're not pretending. You're not doing what these weirdo Michigan fans do with their whole faux integrity and faux elitism. You're saying, we're just as bad as everyone else. We wanted to win. Whatever punishment happens, F it. I can at least respect that. I just don't get why some of your fan base can't roll with that.
Because they don't understand. I think a lot of fans just don't understand how it works, how college football works. I think part of the reason why Tom can't get over the hump anymore is because he's so clean. Tom is 100% clean. He won't roll around in the mud. And when he winds up butting heads at Kentucky and Duke, he can't get it done because they play dirty. Louisville plays dirty. The ACC plays dirty. And if you want to win natties, you gotta play dirty. It's
Chad,
just the way it is.
I agree. I'm just telling you, Rico has promised me that when Kareem Abdul-Jabbar comes back, it's all going to turn around. Jackson Kohler's going to save the season.
I got to tell you, as a diehard Wolverine, I love Tom. He's a class act, nothing but integrity, and he does it the right way, and there is something to be said about that. And it's something that Michigan State fans should be proud of. But I don't think Tommy's getting number 2 unless he decides to play a little dirty.
You know what, Chad? Integrity takes you so far. And either you get really lucky or you just say, I don't care.
After I saw Kansas in the FBI wiretap deal, I could use LSU. The difference is they cheated to make an NIT. But when I saw Kansas get away, and I see Michigan get away with it, what is the impetus to not do it? Hey, I'll listen to all the fans who yelled at me when I said Tom should have been doing it 10 years ago. I don't know what to tell you. And you go, well, why did you kill us about our cheating? Because you pretend that you're better than everyone else. Of course I'm going to bomb your ashes. There's a difference. I don't pretend I'm better than anybody else.
And then, you know what? Most of the callers today have been just like Chad and just, yeah, we're dirty. We won, and I don't care. I'll respect you to the dying day because you're not saying we're better than you and we did it the right way.
Or just doing the weird thing about, well, we didn't do it. Well, there's no advantage. No.
Well, let it play out.
Boy, all right, that is, let it play out. Are we going to do a freezing cold takes edition of this show? Because that would be a onesie. The more it played out, the worse it got. Taking the turn. Okay, then, hey, when the IRS collection or audit, you need a law firm that specializes in the resolution of all types of problems. You need Maurice and Jerry. You need legitimate representation. You need Abraham and Rose. Maurice and Jerry,
really
experienced. Jerry's to work for the IRS. And they know all their tricks, all their angles. They know how they're going to come after you. They'll get between you and the IRS and help solve your tax problems. Save your dollars, spare yourself the headaches. Visit AbrahamandRose.com today or call 248-539-5040 and you will never have to deal with the IRS again.
People thought your heating costs were too high. It turns out they are. Detroit is in the top 10 most expensive places to heat your home in the entire country.